We're going to be talking about the qualifying period for indefinite leave to remain for field workers, for care workers, for students and dependents in today's video. This is based on research and also what the government have said, and also from my experience, having spent almost 14 years in this country. That can tell you how many routes I've gone through to become a British citizen. So I'm going to share all of that updates in today's video. If you're someone who is interested, please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Without taking so much of your time, let's quickly dive right into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. And just in case you're new to this channel, I share content on UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested, or you know anyone who may be interested, please hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to see, and also do share with those you think may have need for this information. I've always said on this platform that the UK law changes from time to time. We've experienced some, for those who have even spent few months in this country, you can tell that from when you came into this country till now, there are lots of things that have changed, and a lot will still change. So talk more of someone who has spent almost 14 years being a student, being a dependent, and also now a British citizen. You can tell. So which is why I always say do not panic. I think someone wrote under my video to say, oh Fajira, you're already talking like that, you're always saying do not panic, but why things are happening? Guys, if you keep panicking and you're not following the right step, you're not following the right process, and you're just out there panicking over everything you hear about UK immigration, you will just end up giving yourself high blood pressure. And at the end of the day, if nothing changes, you will be the one to lose. So you're better off just being calm and watch things unfold, which is what I will not stop saying. I wish someone told me this so many years ago. Nobody told me, but now from experience, applying for visa, I've got, like, when people see me speak here, you won't believe that I've had a visa refusal before. Yes, I have in the past. And it was just a minor mistake. I have even been asked in the past to withdraw my application. So all of these are experiences that have put together to, like, oh, I don't really want people to go through this, which is why I'm always saying don't panic. So if you are a follower and you follow me on this platform, never panic over anything, because there's always a solution. So just to let you know that nothing has actually changed with the indefinite leave to remain. The UK government has proposed 10 years. Now they are doing impact assessment. If you have been following me on this platform, I filmed a video about the House of Commons requesting for an impact assessment. Have they actually done a review to see how this will impact the UK negatively or positively? I filmed that video, and recently I also filmed another video which I uploaded about the outcome of the debate, which they are further going to do more impact assessment, and they will also have to do more consultation before they can now decide to say the 10 years rules have been passed. For those who are qualified for indefinite leave to remain this year, before the outcome of their debate and consultation, you can still go ahead to apply. You can still go ahead. For those who have been asking, oh, should I wait until? You don't have to wait. Provided you're qualified this year, this month, provided the law hasn't changed yet, you can carry on to apply for your indefinite leave to remain, pending on when the UK government comes back with another update. Now, let's talk about the qualifying period, because a lot of people are confused about this. Remember, if you're coming to the UK as a skilled worker, lucky you, because I didn't come as a skilled worker, I came as a student, and that took me a longer route. Now, if you're coming as a skilled worker, right now, you have to spend 5 years on your skilled worker visa. If you're coming as a care worker, right now, you also have to spend 5 years on your care worker visa for you to be qualified for indefinite leave to remain. And now, when you do that, and you're not qualified for indefinite leave to remain, you have to spend another 1 year to apply for your naturalization, and also after that you go ahead to apply for your British passport. About 6 years to get your British passport. It's a bit confusing when it comes to the visa, skilled worker and care worker. Guys, care worker visa was created for carers to come to the UK to work from overseas, but right now if you're overseas, you can't really come to the UK as a care worker on that care worker visa. Now, the skilled worker visa has been there since 2020. It was formerly, I think, tier 2 visa Yeah, back then it was called tier 2 visa before they changed it to skilled worker visa. These are the same category of visas. For those who have been asking, asked a question on one of my videos that he's currently working as a care worker and he wants to transition into data science. He's already spent 2 years as a care worker on the care worker visa. Now the question is, if he transitioned into data analyst and continues there, will he have to start counting the 5 years from that time? The answer to this is no. Provided you're a care worker and you've been on the care worker visa, you came into this country as a care worker and you finally transitioned to, let's say, project manager, business analyst, data analyst, or any other occupation code. Now, because you have been a care worker, you've been on the skilled worker visa for that 2 years, if you finally get a job as a business analyst, now you will continue as a skilled worker and spend 3 more years on that job for you to be qualified to apply for indefinite leave, because the rule has not changed to 10 years yet. So if you have spent 2 years on a care worker visa, now you find a job as a business analyst, data analyst, project manager, or any other field, provided you have spent 2 years as a care worker, you will continue to count your 5 years. You're not losing anything. Now, this is for skilled workers and care workers. Now, let's go to dependents. For instance, you came to this country as a dependent. I have been a student in this country. I've been a dependent as well before I became a British citizen. Now, you came to the UK as a dependent and you now decide that you want to get a skilled worker job and the company wants to sponsor you for that job role. And you don't even want to carry on to be a dependent to your husband or your wife. The moment you leave that dependent visa to start another journey of becoming a skilled worker, you have lost the years that you had as a dependent in this country. Yes, you will lose that years you've had as a dependent in this country, and you will start counting from your skilled worker visa. So just in case you're a dependent and the main applicant is still working, it's always advisable to just carry on to be with them so you can be able to qualify for your indefinite leave to remain on time. The moment you switch to become a skilled worker, to apply for a skilled worker visa, you've lost, even if it's 2, 3, 4 years, you've lost it. Talking about being a student in this country, coming to the UK, I came as a student almost 14 years ago. October is going to make 14 years. And being a student in this country, let's say you've completed your studies, you applied for your post-study work visa. For that lady that asked about counting post-study work visa towards indefinite leave to remain for 5 years, you cannot do that, because the post-study work visa is a visa that gives you only 2 years to be able to get a job, and you can now carry on with the job or to be able to do any other thing you want to do. Now, if you're going on the 10 years route, the present 10 years route, then you say you want to go for your PhD after your post-study work visa. Now, post-study work visa gives you 2 years. 2 years plus your initial 18 months or 16 months on your study visa, you're talking about 3.5 years or thereabout. Now, you're doing your PhD for another 3 to 4 years, almost 7 years plus. After that, you will now be able to apply for another 3 years post-study work, because the PhD post-study work visa is for 3 years. For masters, it's 2 years. So if you put all of that together and you came in as a student, you will qualify for the 10 years route with your post-study work. But using your post-study work 2 years to merge with skilled worker visa for 3 years to be eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain, is never going to work. So don't try that. You can get an immigration lawyer to advise you more. This is from research, from people I have supported, from my own experience being in this country for this number of years. So if you want to merge those two, it's definitely not going to work for you. Your visa will be refused. So you're better off just being on the post-study work visa, look for a skilled worker visa to transition into, then start counting your first year. So which means that the 3 years you have spent, your study time and your post-study work visa, you're not going to count that towards your 5 years indefinite leave to remain. Now, if the rules changes, they will further review this to let us know what is going to be the new rules. But in the meantime, this is what it is. If you came as a spouse, let's say your husband is in the UK and you came as a spouse, you just have to stay on that spouse visa for 5 years. Now, when you apply for that visa, you're given 2.5 years. Before the 2.5 years runs out, you have to apply for another 2.5 years to make it up to 5 years. And after the 5 years, you cannot apply for your indefinite leave to remain. The good thing about those that came on that spouse visa is that they don't have to wait for 1 year to apply for their naturalization. Once you apply for your indefinite leave to remain, you can apply for naturalization once it is approved, and you can now go further to do your swearing in and also apply for your British passport as soon as possible. So for those who are asking, oh Fajira, can I merge the years that I have stayed on this visa with this one? Guys, once you're switching from one category of visa to a different category of visa, you have to start counting from the beginning. You have to abide to the rules that governs that visa you have just switched to. I don't know if this makes sense. If this makes sense, please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. There are lots of people out there confused about this, asking these questions on daily basis on all my social media platforms. So please like, share with them so they will have a better understanding about this whole visa stuff. One of the things I would like to tell you is that once you are applying for a UK visa, look at the visa requirements, and look at the duration of the visa and how long you have to stay on that visa to be able to switch to another visa. And also just read up about the visa before you make up your mind. If you're coming as a student and you intend to, oh, I just want to carry on to study until I become a British citizen, or until I get my indefinite leave to remain, you can go through the 10 years route, which is currently on now. But however, the UK government is also still planning to review all the qualifying period. But before the review, before the end of their consultation, those who are qualified to apply for indefinite leave to remain this month, next month, provided the government has not announced a new rule, do not wait for anybody. Just make sure you apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Bear in mind that you have to write your live in UK test. So if you have not written the live in UK test, start preparing for it now. Even if you have not been qualified for your visa yet, the live in UK test doesn't expire. Once you pass it, you already have a code that you will use to apply for your indefinite leave to remain once you're qualified to do that. One of the things that actually delays a lot of people from getting their indefinite leave to remain is not being able to pass the live in UK test. So I would say, if you know that you're closer to your qualifying period, start preparing now. Write and fail, or write and pass, or just carry on to write until you pass it, so that once you're qualified, you're just submitting your indefinite leave application. And I wish you all the best in your visa application. I wish you all the best in all you do. Remember, stay away from problem and don't become an overstayer, because once you become an overstayer, you will need a lawyer to do most of these things for you. I've been in this country, or as I was applying for my visas, until I became a British citizen, I never used a lawyer in any of my applications. So if you can skip that by doing everything right, that will be better for you, and it's going to save you a lot of money. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find this video helpful, please do like, share, and also do subscribe and join our beautiful family. Until I see you in my next video, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.